everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Lisa, and today I'm getting our outdoor garden ready, and I'm going to be using the square foot gardening tool. You've seen me use it before, but I really find that it helps me to be efficient in the smallest space that I have. So let me show you the garden. So this is our garden, and it's off the corner of our house, and it's fenced in. It was here when we moved in. As you can see, we have potatoes back there that are already in, so I didn't cover them. I did choose to try out some cheap weed fabric this year that we've not usually used because we've had concerns about the soil. The soil cakes up, and when it cakes up, it doesn't absorb water, so that was my concern. Anyway, we're giving it a shot. This is what I had left over. I used that in the greenhouse, so I put that down with staples, and then I bought one extra roll. I don't need to do the whole garden because the problem is sun. We have noticed that anything right along here doesn't really get a lot of sun. So I'm going to do a different configuration, and I'm going to start over there, and I'm going to do cross rows. Usually we do long rows, but we're not going to do that because we want to get as much use of the sun as possible. So I will show you what I'm going to do. I got my square foot tool, and I've got a white marker or a white pencil, and I'll show you how I mark it. According to the Seed Square tool, the first thing I'm going to be planting is bush beans, and I'm going to plant them a direct sow, and you can see they go in the yellow square. So I'm going to get 9 plants per square foot, and I'm going to make probably 2 rows, maybe 3, but I'm going to start with 2. So I have my tool down, and I've got a little bit of space here, and I've got a white grease marker, and I'm just going to mark in all the yellow holes on the tool, and that's going to be my square foot. And I'm going to make a line. There's my 9 holes and my line, and then I'm just going to line up with that and repeat the process all the way across. So I'll bring you back. So the way this works is the square foot tool comes with a little dibble for depth of planting and a little scoop to put your seeds in. And on the back, it comes with a seed cup, and you can just put that over the hole and drop your seeds in there like this. You make your hole, and then you drop it. The color coding is for the size of the plants. So you can see the yellow holes. There are so many holes that are marked yellow, and those are the plants that you plant in the yellow holes to maximize your use of space. If you have an orange, that means you get 1 plant per square foot, which is right in the middle, which was the tomatoes I did in the greenhouse. If you do blue, you get 4 plants. If you do red, you get 16 plants. And an example of the red one is carrots, green onion, and so on. So you really need this chart that comes with it, but it's super handy. What I love about it is the seed cup snaps tightly to the back, doesn't fall off, and then this has a magnetic strip so that doesn't fall off either. And I usually just lay these 2 on a shelf like that. There you have it, 2 rows for bush beans. I'm going to make sure before I do a 3rd row that I have enough seeds. So what I might do is just skip a row and then start on my next plants. Okay, so I got all my holes burned, as you can see here, and I'm going to be planting bush bean contenders. I'm going to start over there, and we'll get these in. And I'm using my 1-inch mark on my dibble. Whoops. And it may look like I'm going deeper, but it's because I'm going below the cloth. The cloth is a little taut on top of the surface. And I've got 2 different bush beans, and I'm going to plant every seed I have and see how it goes. I think I made too many holes because I don't have this many seeds. But this is going to be an experiment because pole beans don't work for us. They take way too long and then frost hits. All right, I'm going to finish these and bring you back. All right, so I've got the whole packet of contender beans put in, and I have a whole packet of these Burpee Bush beans. They're gourmet beans. And so the beans are all to here. So these are not planted, but I could plant something in the middle, but I'll probably just leave it empty because next year, if the beans grow well, I will just plant beans again. Here are my winter sowing jugs. Wanted to give you an update on that. I have 8 over on the lawn that did nothing, no germination whatsoever, but I'm gonna get these planted. So this one here is spinach. So there's my spinach. I'm gonna leave that in there for the night. This looks like broccoli. And you can see that's growing. I'm not gonna open them all because we're supposed to have low temps tonight and I don't wanna get into that. This is Barb's Country Home, her bok choy seeds, which grew nicely. This is more spinach. This is more cauliflower. Looks like it got a little frosted. This is one plant, and I'm going to assume it's broccoli. And then this, I honestly cannot remember. I think it's Swiss chard. And this is Swiss chard. So that's how they did. Quite honestly, not that impressive. I feel like I could have done better in the house planting seedlings. Let me show you an example of what I mean by not great. This is my broccoli I grew indoors. So it's a lot larger than the broccoli in the container. Cauliflower, same. That's the cauliflower. That's the cauliflower. So I think me starting them indoors is a lot better option than the winter sowing. But you know me, I'll try it again. I don't think it's bad. I just think if you're in, you know, southern states where you're getting the heat earlier, I think it really gives you a great option to do that. Because I planted those in the same time I planted these, and they did a lot better. We've had really warm weather during the day, and our nights have been in the 40s. So I think that's pretty warm for us. So what I'm going to do is get my garden marked and all this stuff planted, or all the stuff I'm going to plant. Like I said, we're having a cold night tonight, so I'm going to have to cover everything up, but I'll bring you back. All right, so this is what we've got in so far, because I'm done with all my colder weather seedlings. So we got the beans back there like we talked about. We've got broccoli, then cauliflower. The cauliflower, the larger one is a non-winter sowing jug. The smaller ones were in the winter sowing jugs, and my chickens got to them. I got some extra cauliflower here. This is our last year with cauliflower if we don't get anything. Then I've got a square of Swiss chard and a square of bok choy from Barb. That looks really good. So, and then everything else, there's potatoes, chives, and then this will be for all the squash and stuff. So stay tuned. But let me show you what I do with the spinach. I have a bunch of herbs growing in these. Thyme, cilantro, parsley, dill, all that kind of thing. And then over here, I put the spinach with the horseradish and the asparagus because the spinach will be done long before this grows over. So figured it's a good idea. And over here, we've got some asparagus that we'll be able to eat this year. All right, guys, well, there you have it. That's how simple and easy the square foot gardening method is. I really like it because I make the most of my space. It takes the guesswork out of it. If you want to get yourself one of those tools, I've got a link down below in the description box, and it is an affiliate link, so a little bit comes back to the farm. So thanks for watching, everybody. If you have any questions, let me know down below. Have a great day. Take care.